You're watching the Onion News Network, a hacksaw of news cutting through the gangrenous leg of ignorance.
Good evening. Here's what's on our news radar. An alarming new poll found that 40% of Americans think Jesus Christ and George Washington were brothers. A massive asteroid will destroy the Earth in less than 30 minutes. And Forbes magazine released a mouth-watering list of the world's richest cakes. Put on your new slicker and a pair of truth-proof boots. I'm Brooke Alvarez, and you're entering the Fact Zone. Let's get right to our top story tonight. All life on the planet is expected to come to an end when a giant asteroid hits the Earth in approximately 30 minutes. Yesterday, NASA consulted a group of screenwriters to formulate a plan for stopping the asteroid. The Hollywood team proposed sending a space shuttle manned by a single mom, a dancer, and an unemployed steel mill worker, and 3 other dreamers with heart to destroy the asteroid. The shuttle exploded moments after takeoff due to the crew's complete lack of aeronautical experience.
The crew that the screenwriters picked tested extremely well in attractiveness, relatability, well, everything really, except flying complicated space shuttles.
Earth's last hope for survival is now gone, but don't worry. The Fact Zone will be here delivering the news up until humanity's final moment. You know, ever since I was a young girl, I've dreamed of reporting on the end of the world, and honestly, it's exhilarating. You can join me on Twitter. Tell me how you're spending your last moments alive, and I'll read some of your answers on the air. Hey, Tucker, how you holding up over there at the recon wall?
Oh, I'm just great, Brooke.
Well, just think. While there may have been several Tucker hosts before you, you're going to be the last. Not too shabby.
There's nowhere I'd rather be than right here in the studio in my final moments alive.
I admire your professionalism.
Right, my professionalism. That's what I am. Professional.
Excellent. Well, there's another Onion News Network anchor refusing to give up her post. Earlier today on Cross-Examination, Shelby Cross weighed in on the asteroid about to destroy the Earth.
Oh, God, I've wasted my life! Why did I spend years obsessing over all these lurid but ultimately meaningless crimes when there's still so much living yet to be done? Gotcha. You didn't think Shelby Cross was going to go soft just because of some gigantic space rock that's going to end civilization as we know it, did you? I don't regret a thing. Not the 2 years I spent harassing Bill Conlon for killing his wife, even after the DNA evidence proved he didn't. Not the hundreds of hours I spent outside Casey Anthony's prison cell yelling that she looks trashy. I don't regret a second of it. And I'll tell you another thing. Interstellar debris is not going to keep Shelby Cross from getting justice for abducted girls and murdered wives. That's right. I have a bunker set up with a 55-gallon oil drum full of peanut butter and enough word search puzzles to tide me over until that dust cloud clears. And as soon as it does, old Shelby Cross will be back out there patrolling what's left of this poor decimated planet for the perverts and the ne'er-do-wells that are still scampering about out there. If there's a cannibal who ate his wife so he could marry a pretty young slave, Shelby's going to find him. If some mutant is snatching toddlers from the hordes of feral children that are wandering the land in search of gasoline to huff, he's going to answer straight to me. That's right, because after the sugar goes down, I'm going to establish a brand new take-no-prisoners system of justice that doesn't concern itself with writ of habeas whatever have yous. That's it. The only law of the land will be Shelby's law. And may I warn you, it will be harsh. Am I saying I've been praying for something like this to happen ever since I was a girl? Not necessarily, but I have. So grab your water decontamination pills and your ham radio set and hold tight! Shelby will see you in America 2.0.
Okay, we have some more asteroid news now. In an effort to make humanity's last moments more awesome, the UN has used its entire emergency fund to create an epic prog rock concept album about Earth's destruction. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon says the 6-movement album, titled Death of a Dark Star, Chaos Unbound, features members of bands like Dream Theater, Rush, and King Crimson, and is, quote, a shredding tribute to the fiery demise of the most badass species the Earth has ever known. That'll be fun. Well, even though the incoming asteroid has sealed the fate of every living thing on planet Earth, there are still some controversies to debate. Earlier this week, gun rights advocates protested a new bill in Vermont mandating only people with friends be allowed to buy a gun. For some lightning-fast analysis, let's go now to the Fact Zone's first responders. Duncan, Laura Lee, Nancy, nice to see you guys.
Great to see you.
So, Laura Lee, what's your take on Vermont's so-called buddy law?
I don't know. It all seems so unimportant now.
Laura Lee, you've been an outspoken gun rights advocate for years. You must hate this law.
Okay, our rights, Second Amendment, and so on.
I'm all for this law. I think a friend tracking system would prevent thousands of weirdo loners from getting access to guns.
Yes, thank you, Duncan. So glad to see that you're getting into this debate.
Why wouldn't I? I mean, the asteroid's not going to hit us, so let's just carry on.
Look, that asteroid is going to blast us into dust and guts. Just get used to it.
No! Yeah, everything is good.
I've lived too long already. 30 years too long.
Okay, first responders, I realize that your meaningless lives are about to be snuffed out by a huge fireball, but let's not lose focus.
I'm focused. I mean, just like any other day, I am on point.
Perhaps
right?
if I fold a simple paper crane, I can find some peace in my final moments.
No. First responders, you are all still under contract to the Onion News Network. I want some debate on this gun bill now.
Yes. It's debate.
It's not going to hurt. You know, it's just going to be a moment of noise and then oblivion.
When is this thing going to hit? I got to go to the bathroom. Now, if we're going to die now, then I won't bother to go.
Okay, if none of you can properly do your jobs anymore, well, I guess you're all fired.
You know what? Screw you, you blonde harpy. I hate you. You're malicious and cold. I hate you.
Yeah, if we're going to die, I have a few things that I'd like to say to you.
Yes. This is the fire that I want.
Yeah. You know what? You are soulless. And that interview that you did with Benjamin Netanyahu was ill-informed and irresponsible.
Good. More. Come alive, you magnificent bastards.
I hope that
gonna be the last go-round.
Asteroid crashes right up your ass.
I want to punch you in your face. I want to punch you in your goddamn bitch face.
Over the line, Duncan.
What?
No, Laura Lee, it's all right. Come at me, Duncan. Come at me, Duncan.
No.
You said you wanted to hit me, so hit me. Yeah. Good work on totally emasculating yourself in your last few minutes alive on Earth, you bitch of a man. All right, thank you, first responders. On This Morning Today Now, Jim and Tracy spoke to the heroic survivor of a tragedy that seems a bit frivolous now in retrospect. Take a look.
It's 8:19 in the morning, which means that NASA is about to launch that special mission created by screenwriters to save humanity.
Oh, I can't wait to see that asteroid destroyed. Didn't know what you were getting into when you tangled with Earth, did you, you big space rock?
But while we're waiting for that, we've got a very special guest.
Yes, we do. 12-year-old Jared Gilchrist was surfing off the coast of Florida last August when he was attacked by a shark that took his leg. Jared is here with us in the studio to discuss his harrowing story this morning. Thanks for being with us, big guy.
Thanks, this is tight.
Yeah, now Jared, set it up for us. You were out there in the water on your surfboard.
Yeah, I was just paddling out, and the first thing I saw was this shark fin like 3 feet away.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I tried to grab its fin so I could like ride it around or something, but then it slammed my board and I did this crazy flip thing right into the water.
What was going through your mind when you first realized that you were there with a shark all alone in open water?
It felt like a total badass.
But it wasn't over, was it?
No, it swam back over, and I tried to punch it in the face.
Oh, they say that if you punch a shark in the nose, it'll go away.
I just thought it'd be pretty funny to, punching a shark in the face. But it bit into my leg and started shaking it back and forth, and at that point I just felt, yes, this is sweet.
I can't imagine what it would have been like to see the teeth sinking into your leg like.
It was sick. At one point, I just saw my leg just floating there in the water. It was awesome. And then once I got to shore, everyone started grabbing me and they were trying to like throw me in this ambulance. And I was just like, watch your hands, pervs.
Okay, we're joined now via satellite by Dr. Brian Caddy, who treated Jared at the hospital. Dr. Caddy, what condition was Jared's leg in when you first saw him?
Good morning, Jim and Tracy. It was in pretty rough shape. The shark had scissored through the muscle, and it was all just like hanging off the bone. It was nuts.
Yeah, I kept touching it. It was slimy as hell.
Yeah, totally. It was insane.
Well, doctor, how do you deal with something like this?
Well, you're never fully prepared for an injury this freaking cool. We just tried to stop the blood loss, and we took a bunch of photos because it's hysterical to freak out the nurses with gnarly shit like this. So.
And then, Jared, they had to amputate your leg, isn't that right?
Yes, I wanted to stay awake for that part. This one doctor was freaking out. He was like, "We gotta put you under. We're gonna get in trouble." Dude needs to get some balls.
Yeah, I don't know what that guy was his deal was. Sorry, Jay.
Well, Jared, we have a very special surprise for you here this morning. The Today Now team wanted to help you in your recovery by getting you this wicked prosthesis.
And now, if you ever get tired of showing off your awesome stump, you can put on this peg leg and hop around like some bad-as-hell pirate.
Wow, this is nasty.
That is nice.
Jared, Dr. Caddy, thanks for being with us this morning.
Well, I can only imagine how excited that kid will be to see the asteroid hit the Earth. Well, we have to take a short break now, but stay with us. We have a lot more facts to blow through before we're turned to dust and cinder. First, let's go to Tucker Hope for the Fact Zone trivia question of the day. Tucker?
Thank you, Brooke. Today's Fact Zone trivia question. I'm the 9th person to fill the position of Tucker Hope here on Fact Zone. What happened to Tucker Hope number 8? We'll have the answer when we come back.
The Onion News Network is presented by Acura. Acura Advance.
The Onion News Network is always on the cutting edge of technology with our attack satellites, our viewer brain chips, and our 100 billion microscopic cameras scattered across the globe. That's why when we were choosing an integrated sponsor, we narrowed it down to NASA and Acura. Acura won. Now let's visit our first responders, Laura Lee Hickok, Duncan Birch, and David Bairdale, whose opinions are sponsored by Acura.
Exactly. That is totally accurate.
The Onion News Network. All new Tuesdays at 10 on IFC.
Presented by Acura. Acura Advance.
It works with people. It works with cars. The newly refined Acura TL. Aggression in its most elegant form.
Onion News Network Declassified talked to Fact Zone host Brooke Alvarez about what inspires her special brand of news reporting.
Back in Russia, where I was born, I was forced by the KGB to beat a playmate of mine to death with a piece of firewood, and I'd attack the news with the same brutal ferocity. I'd describe my style of reporting as professional, accurate, confident, stylish, sexy, dangerous, mysterious, alluring, intoxicating, with hints of sandalwood. That's also how I describe my new fragrance, Brookwater, available in stores now.
Twizzlers, the twist you can't resist.
We have seasonal beers to celebrate the changing of the seasons. Sam Adams Oktoberfest is an American interpretation of a German Märzen style.
It's starting to get a little cold outside, then it's time for Oktoberfest.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's just fall to a T.
The asteroid heading toward Earth shows no signs of slowing down, but neither does the Fact Zone. Before the break, Tucker had a Fact Zone trivia question for us. Tucker.
What? Right. Yes. The question was, what happened to the previous Tucker Hope? The answer is he was fired after releasing 130 doves in the studio on Brooke's birthday. Many of them got tangled in electrical wires, creating power outages and a horrible burning bird smell. There are actually still several dove nests up in the rafters here. If you're quiet, you can hear them. That's beautiful.
Thanks, Tucker. Well, the White House has announced they've gathered 500 of the nation's biggest sluts in an underground military bunker so that they can one day repopulate the Earth. The bunker will protect the sluts from ash rain and radiation, allowing them to keep humanity alive by giving it up for everything that moves.
Though we could not save ourselves, the bunker ensures that the human race will not vanish from the Earth, thanks to these heroically loose volunteers.
I am honored to drink a mess of Bacardi and do it with whoever's around in order to save the human race.
The sluts will be joined in the bunker by 500 muscle-bound douchebags who claim they can't use condoms because latex makes the breakout in hives. Well, with no real future to speak of anymore, let's take a moment to look back into the steamy swamp of the past with This Day in History. Tucker?
Brooke, you know what? I just realized I never got to go on a zip line. I always wanted to. The chance just never came up, I guess.
Oh, that's too bad, Tucker. Zip lines are fun.
I never got to drink something out of one of those, the curly straws, you know? I don't know why.
Okay, Tucker, get to it.
You betcha, Brooke. It was on this day in 1982 that the first roller skating while carrying a boombox member of Congress was elected when James Sugar Boots Franklin narrowly won New York's 8th congressional seat. Franklin's victory was a watershed moment at the time, signaling that America's burgeoning population of boombox-carrying roller skaters had finally gained mainstream acceptance.
We prove Congress isn't just for suits and crew cuts. Say hello to the slickest legislator on 8 wheels, James Sugar Boots Franklin.
Franklin was an unlikely pioneer, a street-smart skater who admitted to being more concerned with impressing honeys with his silky smooth moves than with politics. But as Franklin became more engaged in the roller skating dude community, his eyes were open to the harmful depictions of roller skaters in television and film. Franklin began organizing boombox-carrying roller skaters, advocating for basic rights like roller skate-accessible ramps in government buildings and protected street lanes where they could lay down cones for some sweet slaloming.
Just because we like to roll it out and have a smooth, fluid style that cannot be denied doesn't mean we aren't Americans. Yeah, that's right.
Franklin campaigned vigorously and after a tough fight made it to Congress, where he continued his crusade not just for roller skaters, but for all Americans.
I'm not here to jive you. I only ask that you consider the importance of H.R. 4531, which would increase funding to early education centers for all children. And with that, I thank you and yield the remainder of my time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to boogie.
Unfortunately, Franklin was forced to resign after he was caught spray painting his tag on the Washington Monument.
And that's what happened on this day, which will be the last day in history. Brooke?
Tucker, what are you doing?
I just realized I'd never done this either, so I figured I might as well just do it.
Tucker, are you drunk?
Yes.
Well, if you're sad about dying like Tucker, cheer yourself up with this inspiring story about one man's struggle to overcome a horrible birth defect. Jean N. Wharton takes us beyond the facts.
Today, Ted Baines is happy. He has a good job, a loving family, but Ted's life has been far from easy. Ted was born with a goddamn stupid-looking face.
Growing up, I was always trying to hide my face. I figured out pretty early that it made people irrationally angry.
I mean, even right now, it looks like you're smirking.
I'm not.
Ted says he's been denied jobs because employers assumed he's a smug, know-it-all prick. Ted was even hospitalized for 2 days after a woman in a department store pushed him down an escalator, saying that she couldn't help herself.
I spent a long time being very mad at my face.
Because of your stupid little mouth, those floppy little ears.
Yeah. I got called every name, dick nose, idiot face.
Dumbo, uggo, ass face.
Yep. And I would ask God, why me? But, you know, at some point I realized I know I'm not a total dick, and people will either accept me for me or not.
Luckily, Ted doesn't have to do it alone. His wife Sheila recounted how she and Ted met in college.
I saw this guy in the library scrunching up his face like he was making fun of me, so I walked over and I said, "What's your problem, asshole?" I was about to hit him and he said, "I'm sorry, I can't help it." And that instant, my heart just opened up. We've been together ever since.
But through judicious use of ski masks and the help of a support group of fellow idiot-faced men, Ted has learned to cope with his face. Earlier this year, he even organized a charity event to raise awareness for others like him.
With the funds he raised, Ted was able to start a nationwide awareness campaign for people whose faces you want to destroy with your bare hands.
I know I have a face that always makes it look like I'm smelling something bad.
On Facebook, people I don't even know leave terrible comments on my photos. Don't they know there's a human being behind these annoying little pig eyes?
I have a stupid face.
I have a stupid face.
I have a stupid face. If we could stop giving you these shitty looks, we would.
From Beyond the Facts, I'm Jean Ann Wharton.
Well, I hope that distracted you from your impending death. We have to take a break right now, but when we come back, I'll reveal my one regret. You can tweet your guesses about what it is to @Brooke Alvarez during the break. Stay with us.
Malcolm in the middle, not on top, not on bottom. He's in the middle, he's Malcolm, and he's not on the top or the bottom. He's in the middle. Malcolm, how come you're not on top or the bottom? And maybe it's because you're about to enter in pubescence. Pubescence, I love you.
Oh, I just love spa day. Don't you love getting pampered? Hey, what's that? What's going on? I have been looking all over for you. Right. So glad I found you guys. Come on. I'm not gonna post any more pictures. I'm not gonna tweet.
There are consequences for breaking the code. Report friends and learn more at visitlasvegas.com.
I needed more customers, so I got my nephew to build a website.
I hired someone to make my website. 5 months ago.
We are building a website by ourselves.
There's an easier way. Create your own small business site with Intuit Websites. Just choose a style that suits your business, then customize, publish, and get found in 3 easy steps.
Sweet.
All from just $7.99 a month. Get a 30-day free trial at intuit.com.
Can I make my phone call? Hi, I'd like the number for Young and Not Legal, please.
Oi! What do you think you're doing?
Making my phone call.
That's who you phoned? Scum.
Scum? Okay, we'll see what you're saying when they send one of their eager beavers down here.
Well, we had some great guesses via Twitter about what my one regret is. @Lily Lang thought it was not killing Wolf Blitzer. Close. @TheRealBeyonce tweeted her only regret was never collaborating with me on a track. Kind of missed the point there, Beyonce, but nice try. In fact, my only regret is that I didn't retain the rights to the song Life is a Highway, which I wrote but was stolen from me by a jealous ex-boyfriend. All right, now for another update on the asteroid screaming toward Earth, let's go to Tucker Hope, who is back to being a professional. Right, Tucker?
Yes, indeed, Brooke. We've just gotten word that White House insiders are saying that President Obama is spending his final moments doing what he loves most, negotiating with intransigent Republicans. The president dismissed his aides this morning, saying you should spend this time with those special people in your life who would gladly ruin the country if it would harm your career. Republicans ended the meeting with Obama early to celebrate the asteroid for fulfilling their goal of making him a one-term president. I'm never going to get to try growing my hair out. I'm never going to get to put tuna on a rice cake, and I hear that's really good. I'm never going to get to wear a real somebody.
Stop it. That's getting irritating. Let's check in now with one of the 6,000 Onion News Network affiliate stations that'll be wiped off the face of the earth when the asteroid hits. Tonight, it's WONN 5 in Pennington, Illinois.
Well, Pennington is reeling this hour from one of the biggest stories we've seen in decades.
That's right, Kathy. Mayor Sue Hallinan has stepped down following revelations of her involvement in a coupon forging scandal. After a week of fervent denials, Mayor Hallinan admitted that last Thursday she used 5 counterfeit coupons on a weekly shopping trip to the Kroger for a savings totaling $14.81.
Once you've made a fake coupon and you've had a taste of that power, it's hard to stop.
How much time does one woman need? Sheriff Stevens called the scheme extremely sophisticated.
If you look here, this is the original Folgers coupon for 30 cents off. And this is Mayor Hallinan's fake coupon that says 80 cents off. The two are virtually indistinguishable.
Mayor Hallinan also apologized for her first response to the controversy when she blamed Jared the paperboy for stealing her coupons and replacing them with the fakes.
I don't know what to say. She could have ruined my career,
I hope she goes to jail forever.
And in what many are saying is the ultimate indignity, Mayor Hallinen's photo has been put up on the Kroger's so-called banishment wall, in between such undesirables as the Fredericks boy and infamous gum thief, Mr. Ivins.
She's clearly got a sickness. I hope she gets the help she so desperately needs.
Hear, hear.
That place is proof positive that destruction of mankind isn't all bad. All right, at the beginning of the show tonight, I asked you to tweet me with what you're doing with your final moments alive. Here are a few of the responses that I've gotten. At J. Howell Harris says, trying to get an erection, but I can't because I'm too scared. And at Mike Has Tweet says, working on the perfect asteroid destroying Earth joke to post. Thanks for those. Well, we have 5 minutes left until the end of the world, so why don't you spend a few of them watching these messages from our sponsors. And during the break, take a few minutes to arrange some metal and stone objects in a pattern that'll be pleasing to the alien life forms that'll eventually discover our barren planet. Stay with us.
On the next Onion News Network.
Rupert Murdoch's legal defense continues to be undermined by his frequent use of the word peasants.
That bullet could have passed right through me. I wouldn't have even felt it.
Yeah, too bad that didn't happen.
The Onion News Network. All new episode next Tuesday at 10, only on IFC.
Capital One's new cash rewards card gives you a 50% annual bonus, so you earn 50% more cash. According to research, everybody likes more cash. Well, almost everybody. Would you like 50% more cash? No. But it's more money.
The new Capital One Cash Rewards Card. The card for people who want 50% more cash.
What's in your wallet? Whoa!
What am I hoping for? Cool, great girl, get along with, lets me be me. I enjoy her being her, lives close.
So you really want a relationship?
Yes. I mean, I didn't sign up to eHarmony for dates.
Review all your matches for free at eharmony.com.
My me time is when I thought I parked in level 2, or maybe 8.
My me time is when there's a 10% chance of rain.
My me time is when he doesn't get the hint.
My me time is when everybody's taking shots at me.
Discover you time anytime. McCafe your day with the McDonald's Frappe. Smooth and icy caramel or mocha blended just for you and topped with a decadent drizzle.
Me time!
The simple joy of a Frappe.
Sending back to college for a sophomore year. Co-signed a credit card, buy books, not beer. But the second that she shut the door, girls started blowing up their credit score. She bought a pizza party for the whole dorm floor. 100 pounds of makeup at the makeup store. And to take it down to spring break in Mexico. But her folks didn't know, cause her folks didn't go to freecreditscore.com. Hard times for daddy and mom.
Offer applies with enrollment at freecreditscore.com.
You are gonna march right up to that coffin and apologize to that poor dead woman. We all are.
I'm a big fan of any social networking site. It allows me to interact with my fans without having to see, hear, or smell them.
Hey, listen to this. Good news. I'm going on a date.
Really? Who's the lucky prostitute?
Oh, it's Campo Choo 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 Team. I'm hooked.
Addiction isn't funny.
Sure is. Here's Johnny.
I'm having a really bad day.
All right, fellas, it's time to go to work.
All right, I've got a gun. Got given right to go and have some fun. I just can't see why everybody ain't a freak like me.
Oh, great. So I'm the freak of the freak show?
As you can see, the asteroid is now just 1 mile from Earth, and we are moments away from the end of the world. And only the Fact Zone and the Onion News Network are bringing it to you live. Let's get one final comment now from our first responders panel. Laura Lee, anything for us?
Why won't you leave us alone, you big blonde bully? I hate you! Is this thing gonna smash us or not? Let's get it on with.
All right, thank you, first responders, and goodbye forever. Tucker, you ready for this?
I'm never going to own a snake. I'm never going to build a treehouse.
Quiet, Tucker. If anyone's still up there in the control room, crank out the Apocalypse prog rock album. It's almost time.